What's going on, people? It's Ahmed back again with WD Sports with an interesting story here for On The Spot. Today we're talking about the biggest club at the moment in football in England, which is Liverpool FC. For those who don't know, Liverpool are perhaps one of the richest teams in England. They are definitely into the top six, the top six when you compare them to Man United and Spurs in terms of fan base, revenue, stadium facilities and stuff like that. Liverpool are right up there. They are a rich club. They are a very wealthy club. But recently, their owners came out with a recent statement saying they were going to claim furlough for non-paying staff. I don't know, like your executives, your people lower down the chain of that. People who just work at the club on a general basis. Probably people like your stewards and the match day catering staff and what have you, on furlough, a system which is basically taking money from, I assume, the taxpayer to help, give stability to these people affected by coronavirus who are relying on football to provide an income in terms of a non-playing area such as catering staff, stewards, security, and areas like that. The furlough system basically takes, I think, tax money and gives them a paycheck from it. It's a government scheme to help these big clubs, businesses in the Premier League and as well as the rest of England in English football survive and prosper and hopefully not lead to people losing their jobs during this difficult time. The reason why this has come under fire, especially for Liverpool, if you look at the background of Liverpool, if you study the history of not just the football but the area, it is a city that is a working class city. It's not a snobby city. It's a city of people who work together for a greater goal. Very community oriented city, and for a club like Liverpool to do this, it's shocking to me. It's really shocking that Liverpool have decided that the best interest for them, the owner-wise, is to basically say, we can't afford to pay our staff, when you're still paying your players 300 and 400k. And I get where people are coming from, where people are saying footballers are getting targeted a lot. Why is only footballers getting targeted? Why aren't they bringing in golfers? Why aren't they bringing rugby players? Why aren't they bringing everyone? But with footballers, I think it's because it's such large money given to them weekly. It's become such a big issue, because then you have that stark contrast. Take a golfer, for instance. A golfer has him, and it's an individual sport, so similar to a tennis player. It's just them, their coaches, and some other staff. They probably have physios, etc., and stuff like that. It's not a team game that goes into it. Okay, there's people who plan the events and stuff like that. However, they've all been cancelled, and it's up to probably the event organisers, e.g. your PGA and Wimbledon, to say, right, do we pay these people who are going to plan these events, or do we not, or do we take something like a furlough scheme? Compare that to football. These clubs have people who work in marketing, media, finance, all these non-playing staff who help the day-to-day running, who are really trying to keep the club relevant at the time. If you look at your social media, clubs are posting back throwbacks and stuff like that. That's done by the media team or the marketing team, probably not the playing staff. So people argue, well, maybe they should take a pay cut. It's only, I think it's like 30% pay cut or something like that. You'll have to Google it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. But taking that is more better than, having someone who's on probably 35 grand, and taking a massive pay cut there. And then obviously, they still got to put food on table and stuff like that, rather than taking off 30% of someone who earns 300k. It depends on your values, and it depends on where you come from and your backgrounds and your belief, but I think the players should really take a pay cut. I'm glad my team, Man United, again, gotta throw them in there, willingly took a pay cut. I'm glad they didn't have this problem. But as well, I want to give credit to Liverpool fans and the Liverpool community who pressured Liverpool into showing the owners that this is wrong and making them make a massive U-turn on the whole issue. And hence why this video has happened, because it's amazing how fan pressure has led this. And I just want to say this: keep doing what you're doing, fans. If you don't like an issue with your club, corona or no corona, make sure you band together and stick as fan base, not let the business side of football ruin it too much. But this has been Ahmed for a quick video for On The Spot. Please like, subscribe and share, and hopefully see you guys soon.